What's up, everybody? This is your host, Miss Disney, on this glorious new show, I guess you could say, that I am going to be calling Disney Animated and Remake. Now, this is the pilot episode where I will be discussing what exactly is Disney Animated and Remake. So, as you all know, remakes are happening in the Disney world, where a lot of old, or at least a little bit older, Disney movies are being remade into live actions. The whole point of the show is that we will be taking it episode by episode on the likes, and mostly likes and dislikes of the differences between animated and live action. That being said, I honestly have to say that I love these most of these remakes, mainly the princess remakes. As you all know, I am a royalty after all. Nah, I'm kidding, I'm not. But anyway, like I said, each episode we will be discussing, or at least I will be discussing, about each of the movies that are being remade. And believe it or not, our very first episode, besides the pilot episode, our very first episode will be featuring the very first live-action video of all time. And believe it or not, this movie was ahead of its time. I mean, it was a complete success. You know it all, but I will not be disclosing it. That being said, until like the actual episode. That being said, my goal is that every week, Friday night is where I will be discussing the movies, and then which means that all my viewers will actually be seeing this on Saturdays. But I hope that you all actually enjoy it. Now, keep in mind, everybody has different opinions about these remakes. This is an open for all thing. If you love these Disney remakes, feel free to share it. If you don't, that is totally fine. Everybody has likes and dislikes. Believe me, there are a few remakes that I wasn't exactly thrilled about, but we will get to that when we get to that. But yeah, so this will be my first ever series, and I'm hoping that this will all be successful. And yeah, this is Disney, but you have to keep in mind, this is only Disney Central. If there are any hateful remarks, your comment will automatically be erased. That being said, but that's only if you're saying any types of hateful slangs about it. But to begin this pilot episode, what I love most about these remakes is that it tells a lot more to the story than what the animation does. Now, reason being is because, it's animation. A lot of these movies are like the early 1900s to now. So, basically, when Walt Disney created Walt Disney movies, I'm sliding. Woo! My camera's sliding. Let's try to fix that. There we go. When Walt Disney created this, he created the basic story. He created the plot, he created the characters, he created the climax, and he created the ending. But there are still questions that were yearning to be answered. Like with Belle, what made Beast the way he was, personality-wise? We all know that how he became the Beast because it was the the Enchantress, but what led him to be like that? What was his personality? And whatever happened to Cinderella's parents? Like, did they actually explain what happened to them? What led Cinderella's father to marry the evil stepmother? And a lot of these questions, and that's what these remakes are all about. Honestly, that's my opinion. The remakes actually do provide more information, and they answer questions. And they actually stay with the original story. Yes, they change it up a bit, but believe me, someone like me, all my life, I have loved Disney. True to be told, I cannot tell you when it all started. I can honestly say maybe when I was like 2 years old, maybe a little bit less than that. But anyway, since then, as I got older, I started wondering where these stories originally came from. And that's where, throughout my college career, I started researching the original stories of the Disney movies. And believe me, they are a shocker. They are dark, but a lot of life lessons, I will tell you that. And we will not go into detail about the background story of it, mainly because the whole purpose of this is to describe the animated and remakes of these Disney movies. But I will inform you that in certain movies, they do reference back to the original stories, and as I said, we will get into that when that episode happens. And I am going to try to be as loyal as I can with my timeline. If not, it may be delayed by a day or two, depending on how everything is. With that being said, as I was saying, a lot of these remakes are not just only about the Disney movies, but they actually do have a little bit of the original stories in there, which I absolutely love about these remakes. And yeah, it's just, I think this is just a new generation, and especially since this generation has never actually seen the original, and I mean the original Snow White and Mickey Mouse, mainly because this was like, 1920s, 1937, so Snow White 1937, but myself included, because I don't really look like I'm 90 years old, do I? But, and that's the great thing about these remakes, is that it even makes the younger kids go back to the animation and see for themselves the differences, the similarities, which one is better. It's just awesome, and that's what we're going to be covering throughout this series. And I really do hope that my followers who are watching this really enjoy this. And if I miss anything, or if there's anything you would like to add, feel free to. This is an open for all discussion about the Disney remakes and the Disney animation movies. So if there's anything I miss or anything you would like to add on, feel free. And then if you have any requests, I will try my best to discuss that in the next episode. And I will promise you this, I will go in the order from the very first live action remake up to the current. I may not cover them all because, like I said, some of them I weren't exactly okay with, but we can still discuss it. But it may not, like I said, it may not be in the order because I actually have most of the remakes, but not all of them. But more than happy to still discuss this, since that's what the series is all about. Without being further said, it looks like my time is up. I'm trying to keep this as brief as possible. Please enjoy the first episode, which should be coming up in the very near future, maybe tomorrow if you're very lucky. With that being said, have a very pleasant evening, and I will see you in the very first episode of Disney animated and remake. Till next time.